Alright, welcome back to the Mush Report. What you're looking at is a 32 quart tub. Sterilite tub to be exact. And this particular model here has that lid with the seal around it. And I'm going to leave the seal in here, as I've seen other people run a tub just like this with the seal in it without any problems. So I've got my liner in there, and today I'm going to be putting all my spawn from 4 Ben's original rice bags into this tub. So this is quite a step up from what I'm used to using, typically shoebox size tubs. Alright, and here are the 4 rice bags that had been inoculated last month, and they are ready to go. I've got 2 Penis Envy in the whole grain brown rice, and 2 Penis Envy in the jasmine. Jasmine rice is new this time around, but let's take a little look through the window here. This one here is definitely fully colonized. And when I squeeze the bag, it's very stiff, very dense. And the second whole grain bag, pretty much the same thing. Well colonized throughout the window, all white. Not seeing any signs of anything that shouldn't be there. And of course, I'm not smelling anything weird either. So here's one of the jasmine bags that was inoculated. A little discoloration down there, probably just some metabolites, but this bag is definitely well colonized. Same here. All are going in that tub I showed you. Alright, so I figured I'd open these bags so you could see them firsthand, what they look like when they come out. Slice them open in the most unsafe manner possible here. I can smell it. Smells good. Oh, and it looks even better. Damn, look at all that white. Now, this is solid as a rock. They may have gone a little bit longer than I anticipated, but nonetheless, they're looking pretty healthy and well colonized, to say the least. If you see any discoloration, it may be the white balance or the hue coming off from whatever the hell. But I assure you, they're white, they're clean, they look healthy, and they smell pretty good. So the idea is I'm going to break these all up, or start with this one. And we're going to break it down pretty good so we can mix it up with our substrate down the road. But of course, I'm going to go through all 4 bags, so if you want to stick around and watch, hey man, power to you, I appreciate it. But I'm not going to do anything too strict or fancy here. I just break it up kind of coarse just for now. And this time I didn't open it over my substrate like I did in my old video, and I caught a lot of hell for that. So I'm no guru, I'm just learning at my own leisurely pace. And this one too, as you can see, is pretty solid and well colonized. Smells phenomenal, looks nice and clean, and what else can I say? A nice healthy bag. So I will be splitting up each one of these bags as I open them. Alright, so let's move on to a jasmine bag. I've never used jasmine rice bags, but of course there's no additional seasonings or spices or oils look nice and clean, so why not give it a try? Now this particular multi-spore syringe that I used is Penis Envy, as you very well may know, but it seemed pretty darn aggressive considering. And I initially started seeing the mycelium growth in the jasmine bags faster than I did in the brown rice bags. Nice and healthy as well, pretty white. You can see a little bit more rice compared to mycelium, unlike the brown rice bags. But either way, they've gone long enough. They're solid. So here's the last bag. I'll be smart and try and cut this one on the table. Make sure you sterilize your blades before you cut open your bags. But anyways, this bag is looking pretty darn healthy too. Any discoloration you might see, if you can see in the video, any blues or greens, it's just a little bruising. And they will bruise up quite a bit. The spawn will bruise up definitely when you start breaking it up. The bottom end broke off of this one. You can kind of see the interior. That's the last bag. So I did originally inoculate 6 bags with Penis Envy, and one of them didn't smell good, didn't look good either, and I tossed that one out. I didn't even bother opening it. And one other one had, I think, quite a bit extra metabolites in the bottom of the bag, so I put that in a little shoebox tub by itself to see how it goes. And as of right now, it's definitely doing really well in the CVG. I've got the black liner you see in the bag. I've trimmed it so that it's below the air exchange holes and gas exchange holes, whatever you want to call them. I've run bags, I've not run bags. I mean, it's all personal preference. Just pretty much mitigates side pinning. But this is quite the tub, and as you can see, I've got holes on all sides of this tub. I've got 2 holes on each long side of the tub that are roughly 2 inches or so above. There's 1 on each end of the tub as well. So there's 6 holes all together. I did use, I believe, a 1-inch hole saw. So this right here was the first whole grain rice bag that I had broken up. I broke it up a little bit more, not perfect, just didn't really feel like destroying it. And as you can see, everything here is starting to kind of look like, I don't know, some overdue Gorgonzola. Whatever, I hope your Gorgonzola doesn't look like that. But this is the point where I'm just going to add them all into this tub. And I do end up with quite the pile, so I've never put this many bags of spawn together in one container, so I assume that start rocking and rolling pretty fast, I'd hope. So you do notice that I have all the spawn in separate containers. I am trying to take some steps and precautions here compared to my first videos. So there it is, you can see the contrast between the 2 different rice bags. Of course, the ones that are more bruised, as you can see here, are the bags that I broke up first. And if you need to make yourself some bulk substrate or CVG like I got here in the bucket, I do have the first video of this series, and you can watch how I make this here. Very simple, and you can store it for long term. Maybe not too long, but I keep mine in a food grade bucket with a locking lid that has a seal on it, so nothing can get in there and affect my substrate. So I don't have a particular ratio that I use when it comes to spawn and Substrate. So I had roughly like 4 containers of spawn. I'm using like 2 heaping containers of Substrate here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix it all up pretty good. Just get a nice even blend going. Some people use gloves. I do. Some people don't. So if you were just wondering, you may see other videos out there where people just put bare hands to their spawn. But anyways, as you can see here, I got it all mixed up, and I did compress it down a bit in there. And here's a little better look at what it looks like before I put on a casing layer. And I made sure that it's not up to the holes. You know, I probably could have put more Substrate in this mix, but you live and you learn. So if it doesn't work out too well, then I'll make adjustments next time, but it is what it is. So here I'm just going to apply a nice case layer with the CVG that I had made. And this here will help protect that spawn, cover it up, give it some moisture. It's going to act like the forest floor, you know? Just kind of replicating a little patch of earth. But eventually I try to get a pretty good even casing layer over it. And some people like to do between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. Hey, personal preference. But here I'm just adding a little moisture to the sides of the bin. And a little bit on my Substrate. Nothing crazy. A lot of people bust my ass for this too. I understand where everyone's coming from. Just let me do my thing. If I screw up, you don't have to be a dick about it, you know? It's just information to share with the community, and hopefully somebody gets something out of it, and they can maybe make themselves some medicinal mushrooms. And we got her locked up, lid closed, and here we go. You can see all the water droplets and moisture that I have on the sides of the bin here. And of course all the holes are taped up so no air gets in. Now this here is a bin that I used before when I inoculated my bags. I put them inside this empty 32 quart bin, and it does have a seedling heat mat under there, and I pretty much use this as like an incubation chamber, so I didn't have any outside influences or weather affecting my inoculated bags. I just wanted to keep like a steady temperature in the low 70s, and it did work out pretty good. So here I removed the seedling heat mat, and I just replaced that empty tub with the one that I just put all that spawn Substrate in. I've got it all stowed in here. I'm going to label it. I'm going to date it. And that's a wrap. So, thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see how this turns out.